Hello students, we are going to start wrapping up our final testing for our compost prototypes this week. I'm just going to jump right into this screen here that shows the assignment. If you are just joining us for the first time this week, I highly suggest that you go back and watch the previous how-to videos to figure out how it is that I got to this screen. So we're looking at testing compost for effectiveness, the third and final week. So this week you're going to be recording the data for, of course, week 3 of our compost bins and determine how effective the system is based on the 5 controlling areas of compost. So again, keep in mind that this is a prototype. The information you've gathered over these 3 weeks is meant to guide you towards developing the most effective and best final compost design possible. Okay, meaning that next week or the week after, you will be developing your final recipe, your final report, your final design for what makes the best compost system and what ingredients and steps you need to take to make that system. Okay, so again, you're going to be recording the data for week 3 and you're going to submit that to me via email, just as you did the previous week. So you're going to go here. You should already have this document because you've done it for week 1, week 2, and now this is week 3. So we're on already saved to page 6. The first week you made your compost, you should have filled out this category here. Last week you should have filled out this row here. And this week, your final week of observations, you should have filled out this category here. Okay, so when you submit the sheet to me, every row should be detailed with information about what you observed in your compost that week. All right, so we are back to the original page. So again, this is just here for your reflection and to help you answer these questions here. You do not have to complete any work in this document. It is strictly educational and informational reading on page 2. Page 2 is meant to help you answer these questions only. You are to complete no other document inside this file, only reading page 2. There was a lot of confusion about that this week. We're going in here. You are reading page 2 and you are answering the questions below. Number 1, how has the way you are using moisture changed from this week compared to last week? So you're comparing the 2 weeks. Did you add extra water? Did you not add any water? What was the change? How did that happen? Number 2, what proportion of greens to browns does your system currently have? So did you add anything to your system this week, or did items start to break down? Are there less greens because they have started to dissolve into the compost, or vice versa? Are there less browns? Please explain what is happening and what you are seeing. I need as much detail as possible because I'm not physically there to observe your compost system. So the only information I'm gathering on how effective it is the information you are providing me. And depending on the pictures that I'm seeing and the answers that you're giving me, I'll be able to determine if what you're saying is true or not true, and be able to help you make adjustments to your system so that it is successful. So please remember to be honest in your answers and as descriptive as possible. So number 3, what major changes have you made to your compost prototype this week compared to last week? So what I mean by this is each week you should be changing something, adjusting something. It's very doubtful to me that on your first try you created the perfect system. So whether that be maybe you're having a smell issue, your compost is starting to smell. That is a huge red flag. If you are doing the right proportions, as mentioned on page 2 of this document and in the many videos that I submitted earlier in earlier assignments about compost, your compost should not be smelling. It should not have a bad smell or a smell of garbage. So if that is happening, you need to troubleshoot and figure out what you need to add to it to reduce that smell. And that's what I'm talking about here. So what did you change? What did you do? Did you take something away? Did you add something? Did you have to adjust the moisture levels? Maybe you're adding way too much water and it got bugs in it because of mosquitoes or something. So just explaining to me what is happening. And if you didn't make any changes, explain why. Like, what are you doing that is so great that you didn't need to make any changes? And this is very important. So number 4, do you feel that any more changes need to be made in order to create the best final compost product? So maybe you feel that everything you've done isn't enough. Maybe as you are wrapping up your week 3, you think of something else that you can add, but you haven't tested it yet. Put that here. What do you think you need to change? What do you think more you need to do to create the best final compost product? Number 5. Do you feel your compost system is working effectively according to the 5 controlling areas of organic compost? Why or why not? So please use support from the page 2 of this document to support your answer. What is going on with your compost? Use evidence from that document to support your response. Is it effective? Is it not? And as I mentioned previously, I'm not expecting it to be effective. And if it is, more power to you. Got it right the first time. But as we read and as we watched in our previous assignments, we know that in the engineering process, it's very rare that a solution is found on the first try. Solutions are found by testing and working, troubleshooting, finding problems, and figuring out their solutions. Okay. So again, we're going to wrap up this assignment by posting a picture of your compost with your student ID or a photo of your face, a school shirt, something where I know that this is your compost, you made it, and you didn't find this picture off the internet or something like that. And then once you're done, you're going to just click that submit button in the corner and turn it in to me. If you have any questions or need any help, please feel free to email or drop a message in our Microsoft Teams classroom. Good luck, and I look forward to seeing your research and data.